this land inspires me. I already have enough ideas to fill an entire book of poetry. Famous? Perhaps. Some people like my poems, and that is enough for me. But you want an orc poem. What particular topic intrigues you? War? Blood? Revenge? I know a decidedly graphic verse advocating the benefits of evisceration. A love book for an orc? Are we talking about the same orcs? The violent, bad-tempered, warlike people? Those orcs? I'm not certain they write about love. Certainly not like the Bretons or Nords. Perhaps I could interest you in a Redguard love sonnet. Let me think. Oh, of course. Have you heard the poem about the warrior and the axe she loves? Ode to a Battle Axe, I believe it is called. I suppose I could change a word or two, and it might suffice for your purposes. Indubitably. I'll just change my axes to my lady loves, and fills me with a lust for blood becomes fills me with a lust for you. Not up to my usual standards, but I think you'll agree that it has a certain charm.
Have you come for my cheese? That seems to be the only thing anyone ever wants to talk to me about these days. That old hearthwife's tale again. Yes, Wooly here gives the best milk in 7 strongholds. And yes, Wooly's milk makes the most delicious and smooth and creamy cheese in all of Hrothgar. But its amorous attributes have been greatly exaggerated. Well, I didn't say that. The quality of Wooly's milk, combined with my secret processes, does add a tinge of arousal with every bite you take. But cheese, even my cheese, won't make an orc fall in love with you. It's not magica, you know. Curdled mammoth cheese? That's a Nord delicacy. I mean, I suppose that would be a fair trade. Just remember that Wooly's cheese can be rather potent. A little goes a long way when it comes to romancing an affectionate orc.
You make more noise than a mountain bear in heat. I heard you coming from an arrow's flight away, and I smelled you from 2. Is there something I can do for you? Perfume? Orcs don't wear perfume. Only Bretons and fancy elves enjoy that flowery stink. Why in the world would you think I wear perfume? Rigert? The Nord ambassador? You seem friendly enough. We met while I was visiting with my clan chief. What's this really all about? Tell me and maybe I can help. That sly dog. I knew he liked Lazdutha. But the only perfume an orc woman loves is the smell of battle and the scent of our enemy's blood. An orc chief often fights a powerful foe before wooing a wife. My chief reeked when he asked for my hand. As a matter of fact, I've been tracking the Great Bear Norgim for days. It's smart and strong, definitely worthy of Lazdutha. Norgim hunts in the nearby streams. Get some of that stink on Rigert, and Lazdutha will melt with desire. I guarantee it.
I heard some Redguard woman turned her husband into a dog. Imagine that.
My friend, welcome back. But tell me, were you able to acquire the ingredients for my evening of orcish romance? That is most excellent news. Rigard's heart dances like the patrons in the fire pit of the FlamingGnats. How did everyone like my Nordic gifts? Were they excited beyond all thought and reason? Really? That indicates that everything will turn out well. It must have been a queen bee they put into the mead. But Ambassador Lazduthar will be here any moment. She said she had documents for me to sign. Quick, give Rigard the items of love. Woolly crab cheese, special ale, an orcish love poem. Even a stinky orc perfume. My gratitude and wonderment know no bounds. And here comes Lazduthar, my sweet emerald coquette. Hurry, my good friend. You must hide.
Ambassador Rigard, I have those documents. Is this a good time?
Ah, my sweet Lazduthar. Rigard has gifts for you, ripe with orcish affection.
Ambassador Rigard, this is highly inappropriate. Wait, is that a chater cheese I smell?
My sweet, my blade, my lady love. Your pommel fits my hand like an armored glove. I promise to never let our attraction dull, even when we've crushed his skull.
Ambassador Rigard, I can't abide such behavior.
But, my jade goddess, I don't understand.
Oh, Rigard, pay no attention to Lazduthar. You've won my heart with your gifts of affection.
Rulfala? This is most confusing. Rigard had no idea you had such feelings.
How could I not? After all, you completed the ancient marriage proposal. We're engaged now.
Rigard never expected... Wait, what?
What is it?
No, I understand. If you change your mind, I'll be here.
Guard? I'm not a guard. What in the world ever gave you that crazy idea? I'm a hardened criminal, just like you.
Are you here about the job? To forestall any confusion, yes, we split the proceeds equally. And no, I will not budge on that point. You mean you aren't here about the notice? Well, allow me to explain. I need a partner for a difficult job. It pays well, but it involves travel, and there is some danger. Does that sound like the sort of thing that might interest you? I'm so glad you came along. I've chartered a ship. When you're ready, meet me there. Here, I'll mark your map. Bring some lockpicks. They sell them here if you don't have any. Oh, and wear something warm. Let's talk about details when we rendezvous. It's not that I don't trust you, I don't think I've made a good impression in this place. That is, if you're still interested. You are, right? Of course you are. I'm only joking. I've never had a partner. I mean, on all other big jobs I've done, which I did alone, quite successfully, and most of the people I interviewed thought the rendezvous was too far away. Well, I paid for a ship in advance. I didn't realize how far I'd have to look to find a suitable partner. For the job, I mean. But we can talk about this at the docks.
These wood elves have a way with animals, when they aren't trying to eat them, that is. I've had much success raising strong horses here. If it's a trustworthy steed you seek, you'll find no better than these.
So many elves. It is almost unbearable.
You made it! I wasn't certain you... Well, I'm glad you're here. So, the details. We're headed to a remote patch of land called Fulstrom Homestead. It's owned by some Thane from Eastmarch. He's at war, but his staff and guards remain. We're looking for a relic called the Geovessan Skull. We slip inside the treasure room, grab our prize, and depart before anyone knows the difference. After that, we split the proceeds and go our separate ways. One more thing. I'd prefer not to spill any blood, but I leave our safety to your discretion. If a guard sees you, take shelter in a hiding spot. Sound good? This little tub will get us to a blockade runner offshore. They'll bring us to Fulstrom Homestead and back. I hope you don't get seasick. I get seasick. I'm sure I'll be all right. None whatsoever. Anything else you take is yours to fence. Just don't forget why we're there. We don't leave until we have the Geovessan Skull. The newest job is always the biggest job. Life of a thief. You know how it is. Well, this is the biggest job I've ever attempted. But I did the research, arranged transportation, and knew I needed a good partner to pull it off. That's why I hired you. Dry land. Finally. Colder than I expected. Very, very cold. The manor should be up ahead. Are you ready? Of course. What about? There should be guards throughout the homestead. We're looking for a gatehouse. Once we're past the portcullis, the manor shouldn't be much further. That's where we'll find the Geovessan Skull. I need it for a buyer in a Boz landing. Which isn't important right now. Until we get the Geovessan Skull, there's no point in discussing payment. Let's head to the manor. Quick and silent. The sentries are Windhelm Guard, on loan from someone important. If they give chase, find a hiding spot. The water between the two grates? Full of slaughterfish.
The guards should arrive at any moment, trespasser.
Winch is a problem. One moment. It's stuck. Try lifting the gate while I turn the winch. That's it! I knew